Today I'll be talking about the Bad Luck Black Cat Kuro. So, activate main, the cost of 3. You may invest the specified number of Dawn, blah blah. You may invest 2 of your East Blue type characters, set this leader as active, and invest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. The effect is backed up by the cards I'll be calling out in a minute through the deck. Best thing is it can reset itself and attack more than once in a turn. A lot of decks need that kind of thing nowadays. Start off with the 4 side searchers of Nami. On play, look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 green East Blue type card other than Nami, and add 1 to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And its trigger effect, being very nicely, play this card. Cost 2, 2k counter, 2k attack with a 1 counter. Not many people use mere blockers in this deck, but I'll be using 4 of these pearls. This is the up-to-date set. I'll probably do one for op4 in a matter of weeks. Anyway, blocker, 1000 counter, 2k attack, and that's it really. It's just a basic blocker, but it's a low cost East Blue type. I also use one of these 4 killers, basically because there's not really a lot of draw power in this deck. So, cost 2, 2k, 1000 counter, plus 1 Dawn, on block. If you have 3 or more characters, draw 1 card. Chances are you'll have 3 or more, but mostly rested. I do use the EZO. Cost 3, 2000 counter. On play, rest 1 of your opponent's characters at the cost of 4 or less. 3k attack. So far, none of these cards are very high power in attack, but the whole point of the deck is to put your opponent's cards rested, and so on. Then I play free Kuro. 1k counter, cost of 4, 3000 attack. On play, if your leader is East Blue, thankfully Kuro is, rested 1 of your opponent's characters. Any cost character on your opponent's side of the field. Now, it doesn't really back up Kuro much, but it does when it comes to cost 4 or lower. So on play, KO to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. It's a 1k counter, cost of 4, 3k attack. And on trigger, play this card. So we are going for a few triggers in this deck as well. The next one is Hatchman. So the one was Chew, this is Hatchman. Cost 4, 2k counter, 4k attack. Trigger, if your leader is East Blue, play this card. Any chance you get, play the card. It's a character on your side of the field. For an extra Dawn or so, you can start swinging. 4 Jin. Some people play 3, I'm just going to whack it up at 4 anyways. So for 1000 counter, 4 cost, 5k attack. On play, if your leader has the East Blue type, rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters at the cost of 4 or less. It's really good. Any of the characters you've got spare, you can start swinging at the life at that. I do play 4 Django, sorry. On play, set up to 1 of your East Blue type leaders or characters, card with a cost of 6 or less is active. That will obviously apply to your Jin and the next couple of cards I'll be mentioning. Or rest this character and up to 1 of your opponent's characters, which could be any cost again, just like Kuro. So no counter, but it's cost 5 and 6k attack, which is really nice. Next one is the most famous Krieg. Now, I like this character a lot. One is cost 6, 7k. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, KO up to 2 of your opponent's rested characters at the cost of 4 or less. That is really nice, and with the amount of resting you're going to be doing through EZO and Kuro, why not? And for an extra Dawn onto him, adding a Dawn onto him, making him 8 attack, 8000, he also gains double attack. And with Django, you can also can attack him again by unresting him. Kuro costs 6, 8k attack, counter 1000. Not much to say apart from it's a Kuro for a reason. You do play this card, which I'll be showing in a second, because it also goes with the Django, because he resets again with a Django. So that's 3 of those. As for the events, I only play 3 lots of these events. So Poison Gas, it's just a technical one. Where just 1 Dawn, rest 2 opponent's blockers, and then just chuck out Krieg for altogether with 7 Dawn. So main, rest of 2 opponent's cards for the cost of 2 or less. Trigger, rest up to 1 opponent's cards for the cost of 5 or less. Yeah, I mostly want this in my hand at all times. You guys probably have nothing to do with it or prefer the trigger. The most updated card in this deck I play is just the Spiderweb. Apart from being a 2 cost and a 4k counter, then set up one of your characters as active. Some characters I want as active as most as possible, but mostly its trigger catches my eye, which is up to your leader gains 2000 power during this turn. So your opponent's going to struggle a lot more with Kuro being on 7k for a full turn. So I'll play 4 of those. And last but not least, out of the bag, I'll play 3 of them. Any Kuro character, whether it's your leader or the cost 6, rest 1 of your blue type characters, set up a Kuro as active, and then as a trigger, KO up to 1 opponent's rested characters at the cost of 3 or less. It's a fun deck to play. It's also considered an underdog deck to a lot of people, even a lot of people online, so it can win big games, but it also can lose quite a lot as well. Overall, it's just fun, and I do a lot of fun decks. I mostly keep my competitive ones aside until they've actually done something to be put on my channel. So thank you very much everybody, and thank you for watching and listening. Bye for now.